أهلا ومرحبا بكم في قناة Arab English Learning. كتاب كونكت Primary 6 النسخة الجديدة لمنهج سنة 6. This is Unit 1 Part 1 Students Book Term 1. Let's start. Unit 1 Green Cities. In this unit I will listen, read, write and research about green spaces in towns. Talk about how often we do things. Listen and read about a project to make a city greener. Say the sounds th and s. Write an informal email about things you miss about Egypt. Research and make an infographic about my area. Look, discuss and share. Look at the photo of a city park. Why do you think having green areas in cities is important? Did you know urban greening is an important part of town planning in many countries? It means creating areas of plants and trees in cities. These can be small parks between buildings or gardens on people's roofs. Find out. You can look it on the internet. Where is the park in the photo? And why is it famous? Page 4, Lesson 1, we work in the community garden. We have some words here. Exercise 1, look and write under the correct picture. 1, plant. 2, apartment block. 3, roof. 4, natural fertilizer. 5, chemicals. 6, harvest.
Lesson 1. Exercise 2. Listen and read. Where does Miriam go on Fridays?
No school tomorrow. Do you want to come to my house? Thanks, Noor. But I always help my aunt on Friday afternoons at the community garden. The community garden? What's that? It's a big green space on the roof of my Aunt Selma's apartment block. The people who work there are all volunteers from the neighborhood. We grow vegetables to eat, and sometimes we sell them in the market too. That's interesting. What things do you grow? Well, we usually plant tomatoes, peppers, onions, lettuce, things people eat all the time. Sometimes we also plant fruit trees. This year, we have lemons and dates. And you grow all this food in the middle of the city. Wow! Yes, it means people can grow their own fresh food, and it's organic too, which means we only use natural fertilizer. We never use chemicals. Does your garden produce a lot of vegetables? Yes, it does. From just 1 square meter of roof garden, we can harvest 20 kilos of vegetables a year. And that's not all. Roof gardens also help clean the air in the city, which is good for people's health. And they're a great place to meet people and make friends. It sounds great, Mariam. We need more community roof gardens like that in our city.
So exercise 3, listen and read again. Check the foods Mariam mentioned. She mentioned tomatoes, pepper, onions, lettuce, lemon, date. Exercise 4, complete the summary with the words from the box. Noor asks Mariam to go to her house tomorrow, but Mariam goes to help her aunt on Fridays. They work in a community garden on the roof of an apartment block. They grow vegetables and fruit for people in the local area. And sometimes they sell them too. Mariam thinks the community garden is a good idea because the plants also help to clean the air in the city. and it is a good place to make new friends. And you have the words here in the box. Exercise 5. Work with a partner. Discuss these questions. 1. Does your family have a garden or a balcony? What do you grow there? This depends on you. The answer as you like. You can say whatever you want with your partner. 2. Where do the vegetables and fruit that you eat come from? Do they come from gardens or farms? The vegetables and fruit usually come from farms.
Student's Book, Unit 1, Lesson 2, Exercise 1. Listen and read. Choose the best logo for Mini Forest. What is Mini Forest?
Mini Forest is an organization which plants small areas of trees in the middle of our cities. These special green areas help people enjoy nature and help our wildlife, like plants, animals, and other living things. At Mini Forest, we always work hard to find the best urban locations for our forests, where people and wildlife need nature most. We never grow foreign plants in our projects. We always plant trees that grow naturally in an area, and we carefully look after them until they become a small forest. We also usually work with local communities to plant and look after the forests over time. We collect data from every forest we plant a few times a month. This helps us understand the effects of the new green space on the people, wildlife, and climate of the area. We rarely have enough volunteers to help us with our projects, so we are always happy when people offer to help us. Click on the link to find out more.
So let's go to the question first. Choose the best logo for the mini forest. I think this is the best logo because we are talking about trees. Exercise 2. Listen and read again. Write T, true, or F, false. Correct the false sentences in your notebook. Number 1. The new green spaces help people and animals. True, because here they said that this help our wildlife like plants, animals, and other living things. 2. Many forests plants trees that don't normally live in that country. False, because they plant trees that grow naturally in the country. They are not growing plants here. The answer is we always plant trees that grow naturally in an area, not don't normally live there. Number 3, many forest volunteers helped to look after the trees. True, because here she wants more volunteers to help, and they are happy when people offer to help us. 4, the organization uses information about the forests for research. True, because here she said we collect data from every forest we plant a few times a month. This helps us understand the effects of the new green space on people and wildlife and climate of the area. So they are making researches. Number 5, the mini forest organization doesn't want more people to join and help. They doesn't want more people. This is false. They always happy when people offer to help them. And this is what she said at the end of the text. And the word earth aid means earth help. You understand now what is a mini forest? Page 7, language focus. We use adverbs of frequency before a verb, but after the verb to be, to talk about how often an action happens. These are the adverbs of frequency. Always means you do it 100%, and usually means less, and often less. Then you reach never. Never means 0% or it never happens before, even once. Rarely means a little, very, very little. Sometimes means sometimes you do it and many times you don't. And so on until you reach to always. So these words are called adverbs of frequency. We usually put it before the verb, but with verb to be, am is an R, we put it after verb to be. Look at the examples. We always work hard to find the best urban locations for our forests. Here, always, the adverb of frequency comes before the verb work. We are always happy when people offer to help us. Here I put it after verb to be, because in verb to be, am or is or are, the adverbs of frequency come after, not before the verb, like other verbs, okay? We use how often to ask about the frequency of an action. When we want to ask about these frequency adverbs, we use how often, and how often means how many times. So how often do you work in the community garden? I work there a few times a month. Or I can answer also using sometimes, never, and so on. Exercise 3, circle the correct answers. 1. The weather is usually never sunny in Egypt in summer. We know that the weather in Egypt is sunny. So never means 0% or usually almost 100% yes. Usually. 2. I rarely or often eat dates as a snack. I love them. I love dates. So means I rarely, almost 0%, or often? Yes, often. 3. How often or however do you play football with your friends? I said when I ask about how many times, I ask with how often. 4. Samir always or never plays video games. He doesn't like them. Doesn't means he doesn't like something at all. So this means he do it 100% or 0%. Yes, he never plays video games. How do I know? He doesn't like them. 5. We sometimes or always go cycling on holiday, but most days we relax on the beach. Means most days we are doing this, relaxing on the beach. So this is not happening 100%. So I will use sometimes here. 6. You rarely or sometimes call me so late at night. Is something wrong? So means you are not calling. Almost 0%. Means sometimes or rarely. You rarely call me so late. 7. Dr. Mohsen is never or always late to work. He likes to be at the hospital on time. On time means he comes on the correct time every time, never late. So this means he always 100% late or never late. Never. Exercise 4. Put the words in the correct order to make sentences in your notebook. The sentences are not in the correct order, but you will write it correctly. 1. I'm usually in bed before 10 p.m. 2. My dad always eats a healthy breakfast in the morning. 3. Dunya and Wael are never late for school. 4. How often do you go to the dentist? And don't forget the question mark. 5. Our teacher sometimes gives us homework on weekends. 6. It rarely rains in the western desert. Thank you for listening and watching this video. ما تنسوش تتابعوا part 2 لنفس اليونت كونكت برايمري 6. ولو أول مرة تشوف القناة ما تنساش تعمل سبسكرايب قبل ما تسيب القناة، ولايك and share عشان غيرك يستفيد، وتابعونا على الفيسبوك والإنستجرام لو عايزين معلومات زيادة. Thank you again and see you soon. Bye.